Lennox, it seemed like a game where you all just when you had the lead, you couldn't play with the lead, and then they capitalized on any little opening you would give them.
I thought they did a great job. I thought we made a lot of mistakes defensively, and I thought they did a good job as far as making shots and hurting us whenever we made those mistakes. But it was the mistakes I thought we made was just very fundamental mistakes. Running back and be matched up to someone. We left their shooters wide open at times because we didn't know who we had. Two of our guys are running back, guarding someone underneath, and we don't talk defensively. I thought our execution defensively was very poor. But I thought SIUE is a good team, and they just take advantage and take what the defense gives them. And I thought they were tremendous offensively, and I thought we were poor, very poor defensively.
Yeah, you mentioned that. I mean, you look at the stats. They shot 62% in the second half. It's just hard to win that.
Most certainly, and it didn't matter what we did. They were scoring a lot, and their execution offensively was very good. But at the same time, our intensity was. I was very disappointed in our defensive, paying attention to details, executing, and just like I said, just a simple thing as far as running back in transition and being matched up to someone. I just thought that was ridiculous how we played defensively.
You were up 17-9 in Lennox, and then they went on a 14-0 run. It seemed like they fed off that confidence of saying, hey, we can score on these guys. They scored 14 in a row, and it seemed like that gave them a little bit of confidence because you had them on their heels early on.
Yeah, we kind of played a little bit of zone, and I thought that slowed them down for a little bit, and we got some steals and turnovers in it. But then again, it's what I told our guys, all week long, is that you win 2 in a row. You cannot feel satisfied. You cannot, put your guards down because you're going to play against a good team on Saturday, which was SIUE. And if you're not ready for them, they'll definitely be ready for you. And we still have to earn our stripes in this conference. And I just didn't like our attitude towards the game and our intensity in the game. It was a very frustrating game for me to coach, and a lot of our timeouts that we use wasn't timeouts to call a play. It was more timeouts to get our guys to get back and get focused defensively.
Yeah, and then offensively in the first half too. I know Corey had a couple of turnovers late that led to points. I know you were very unhappy with that. Corey sat down for the rest of the half, but it seemed like that was a negative going into the intermission.
Most certainly, between Corey and Kevin, I think they had 3 consecutive turnovers. That led to buckets at the other end that also gave them a chance to make a run on us. You got 2 senior guards. You cannot have silly turnovers like what we did tonight. I know we only turned the ball over 11 times, but at the same time, those 3 turnovers in a row was very costly because they led to points at the other end. You got 2 seniors. You can't afford to do that. And it was just simple things, simple recognition. Nothing that I thought SIUE did tricky or well, for us to turn the basketball over. We just kind of the focus again, and that's what our team. We're just a team that hasn't really developed a great leadership, and someone out there that get our guys together, and so that's where you got to burn your timeouts to kind of keep them, together. And but I just thought our execution, again, defensively, and just the way we came out and played the whole entire game, I just didn't think we were very sharp.
Is there any consolation in the fact that you don't have to see Marlon Smith anymore? I mean, he's really he plays that lights out against you all.
He has. He definitely has. And I'm sure we'll see him next year because he's only a junior. But it's, he's a good player. He's a good player, and he's gotten better. And no matter what we throw at him, if we were trying to trap him and he split the trap, coming off ball screens, I thought he ran the floor in transition, got some easy buckets. I thought we left him wide open a few times. He'd make some big shots, and I thought too. We cut the lead, and I think it was 65-60, and we had the basketball. We took a bad shot, then went back down, and left a shooter, number 3 Nemzik, wide open, and now they go up 8. You know, so again, I just thought we just wasn't quite there today. And again, give Seymour a lot of credit, but I just thought our concentration and attention to details was very poor tonight.
You know, Lennox, they're not Murray State, obviously, but it seems like they're a hard team to guard. They've got a little bit of firepower in almost every position.
They do. I mean, they're a well-balanced team. I mean, they got 2 inside players that are very good that can score. You know, with Leon Powell score with his back to the basket, and I thought that hurt us some too. And you know, you got Stone that can score with his back to the basket, stretch us out defensively. You got 2 good shooters, and Nemzik and even Wilford and Smith that can stroke it from outside. You got Brister, you know, who doesn't really shoot threes, but he finds some ways to get assists and get to the basket. You know, and I just thought they're well balanced, and there wasn't any at any position you couldn't really take any time off because they were well balanced.
And Stone just gets the ball and gets rid of it. I mean, it's like
certainly.
Antoine Jameson back in the day. He just gets the ball and he's on the rim.
Exactly. You know, so you know, they're a good basketball team, and you know, like you said, they're not Murray State, but you know, even watching their game against Murray State, they had Murray State on the run now. You know, in the second half, I think they had them down about 12 or 13 points, and then Murray State came back and won that game, and that was at Murray State. So you know, they're a good team. I knew that they were going to be that way coming in. So it's not like we took them lightly, but I just didn't like the way we played for 40 minutes tonight.
You had 4 guys in double figures. Is that something you take away from tonight as a good sign?
Well, you know, we had some guys in that scored in double figures tonight, but at the same time, I thought our offensively, we took some bad shots. You know, I mean, in transition, when you're in the bonus, you don't pull up for a 3, and we've done that consecutive times throughout the game. That's where you try to be more aggressive and get to the foul line. I thought that offensively, again, we had opportunities to where we could drive the basketball and finish at the rim, and I thought, you know, we were very soft finishing around the bucket tonight too. You know, so yeah, we got some guys in double figures scoring wise, but I thought we could have done a better job as far as finishing plays.
Seems like Mark Elovich kind of took a beating tonight down there. Rough game.
You know, he did, and I'm sure their height and length bothered him. You know, tonight, and you know, that's one thing he has to get better at is, you know, when calls doesn't go your way, you still gotta, you know, have poise, and I didn't think he has great poise tonight like he has in the last few games that we played.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.